Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 29.
Listen here, before we get into it, I want y'all to share, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're not going to get there, but we're going to get close.
All right.
Okay? Now, listen, the main reason why I am in a mood today is because I watched Love and Marriage Huntsville last night, and they tried to insult my intelligence. They believed I was stupid. And I don't like when people think I'm stupid. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's go, Blair.
We start with Nell and Chris. They have prepared dinner for everyone. We also see Stormi and Courtney and the baby.
Sure.
They come into the home. Marsau was surprised that Chris made Nell's plate. And we got into a whole discussion about, if you've made a plate for your wife. And he said only when she was sick, et cetera, et cetera.
Listen, I love Marsau when he comes with these misogynistic gender roles, okay? It always make good for conversation. Keep going, my brother.
Next, we see Kimmie and Maurice. They are at the dinner table, and they bring up what Maurice said in the interview with Carlos King.
Yeah.
Kimmie said that it took Maurice too long to figure out that what he said came out wrong. Nell said it's actually more concerning if that's really how he feels. And that's what's in his heart. Maurice says that he put Kimmie in a bad position, and if he could, he'd put a delete button over all these sex conversations and get rid of them.
Listen, do you remember what he said? He said something across the lines of his intentions was to mess with Carlos.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Is there idiot written across my head? Maurice, get off my show. I'm not messing with. I'm not playing with nobody today. Matter of fact, let me put this disclaimer out right now. I'm only talking about the people that portray these characters on the show.
Yeah, because we don't know.
I don't know Maurice. I don't know any of these people. The character that you portray on this show is an idiot, Maurice. And do not try to tell me that the whole point of you saying that when my wife with cancer turn over and just take it, I'm trying to mess with Carlos. What they got to do with Carlos?
And suffer through it. Goodness gracious.
Tell me, please. Maybe Blair, help me.
Well, because he said I need sex as much as Carlos needs mess, but the whole turn over and suffer through it, how is that a jab at Carlos?
So you did all.
So what's your point in saying that part?
He did all that for.
You don't know.
He did all that for a Dr. Seuss rhyme. And I really don't understand what I'm watching here. Yeah. Now listen here, Mel, or rather Kimmie. Kimmie, you should pay attention to Mel, because Mel is the divorced one. And the way it's looking, I haven't seen anything throughout this season that Maurice likes you. Right now, I'm starting to question if he loves you, because what he's saying and the character that he portrays and things like that. And I understand people like to look at Kimmie and stuff as the one that got the logic, the one that's basically like, the foundation, the one that's basically coming to add some type of sense to whatever nonsense it is. But it seems like she is willfully being blind to basically her own situation with Maurice and how he treats her and how he treats her situation privately and publicly.
Right, and how he talks about her, especially when she's not around. Even how he talks about it to her face, talking about it's all in your head. Like, I understand giving your husband grace, but it just seems like Maurice, he is just not trying to get it at all.
No.
He is not trying to get it. He's not trying to meet you halfway. And that is very frustrating. And I agree with Mel. Listen to what the man is saying.
Yeah.
Because this is really how he feels.
Yeah.
And I absolutely believe that's how he feels because he said some crazy stuff to you about it. So.
I'm about to say, exactly. The only time he didn't say something crazy wasn't in private. He said it to you in public. I mean, and the only time he didn't say something crazy wasn't in public. He said it to you in private. Yeah. 100% right. Let's go, Blair.
Yeah. And Martell is wearing his wedding ring.
Let's stop right there. Just stop. Hard stop right there. What are we watching here?
Yeah.
There was a moment where I looked at my clock, I looked at the program, I was like, what are we watching here? Why Martell? Now, granted, the filming was during time, like months back, maybe some time back. I think this was during the time where Martell and Melly are in a custody battle.
They're in a custody battle. They've been divorced for probably 3 years by now.
So you just wearing your wedding band. And what did he say when people questioned him, when people saw this crap?
It's wishful thinking.
Okay. I'm an idiot, y'all. I don't understand why he continues to antagonize this woman. I don't understand why he continues to provoke this woman. maybe he's trying to provoke her to anger and on camera, so maybe she could be viewed a certain way. I like the fact that people are that they said, Melody, is that the wedding band you got on? She said, I ain't see it.
Exactly. I ain't taking a close look. I ain't paying attention to him like that.
And here's what I don't like. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a collaborative effort from everyone on the cast, not to put Mel in those situations. Mm-hmm. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why Tisha and everybody look like, oh, what's this? And everybody and things like that. Marsau, even though he acts immature most of the time, he was the only mature one that said, you know what, we are not going to do this.
Yeah.
We are not going to put Mel in this situation. His name is Martell Holt, and her name is Melody Rogers. Mm-hmm. We are not going to merge the two. Especially, for one, do y'all like filming together?
Good question, because Mel gonna stop coming around.
I mean, I see it. Uh-huh. She already probably don't live there in Huntsville. Mm-hmm. She probably only lives there whenever it's time to film. For all we know, I don't know. I'm just speculating now. But I'm just saying, like, y'all are doing things to make it very hard for y'all to hang around each other.
Yeah.
And then that's going to put a damage to the show overall, the brand overall.
And the thing is, I don't blame Mel for being like, or acting like these people are her co-workers or acquaintances. Mm-hmm. You know, as much as I think back to the beginning of the first season, she invited the ladies over to her house to do a spa day, and they over here calling her bougie. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, they don't take her seriously. No. They don't take her situation seriously. She went through a lot and is continuing to, and y'all just keep, I feel like, piling on by pointing things out and trying to make her answer for Martell and asking about him to her. She's just like, stop asking me about him.
Please.
I don't care what he got going on, what he's doing, or what he's trying to do to bother me. Okay? I'm just trying to keep myself whole for myself and my kids and my life.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. And I was very happy Marsau stepped in and said, y'all stop.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
Doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Come on, Blair. Walk us through this.
Yeah. Next, Stormi and Courtney, they let us know they're going to be heading to their hotel. Mm-hmm. They've got the baby. They don't really want the baby in the house with everybody like that. Mm-hmm. And I think they also have the babysitter flying in to watch the kid too. Mm-hmm. Next, Nell says, well, Marsau, you know, he ain't going to be watching the baby.
Marsau want to watch the baby. He said, hey, let me watch the baby.
Yeah. And Courtney said, Marsau don't even watch his kids.
Hey, okay. You got one on me. You got one on me.
And then we see this thing, which is basically, I guess, what is supposed to be going through Marsau's head. People talk about babies.
Like
baby,
a trigger,
baby. Yeah. And then Marsau's like, okay, Tisha, what'd you tell everybody? And Tisha really ain't told nobody but Kimmie.
Well, she told America.
Yeah, that's true.
She took the test on national television. Yeah. But continue.
Well, Tisha explains the situation to everyone. Mm-hmm. And Kimmie says, look, it's reasonable for cheating to cross a man's mind, especially if he had a vasectomy. Mm-hmm. And then Tisha, her point is that you don't trust me. Okay. Do you trust me? And Marsau says, I have a lot of trust for you. Which to Tisha means he does not trust her.
Yeah, that's basically what it means.
Yeah. Mel says, look, he has just as much trust in himself as he trusts you. And I was like, that's fair. And Mel was like, look, don't make this a big deal. You know, y'all leave her alone. Marsau says that he trusts modern science more than his wife. And Mel says that she trusted you through the back pics and the rumors. So you deserve, well, Tisha deserves to have that same trust in her.
What do you think about this scene?
Didn't feel like this should have been a table conversation because clearly it was something that he was still upset about. I feel like Tisha is missing the point. And I feel like Marsau is being crystal clear of the fact of it looks crazy that you took a pregnancy test and I had a vasectomy. It just looks crazy. And I wish Tisha could just acknowledge that. And I understand her point of basically, I just wasn't feeling well, so I just did it. But it does look crazy. And I don't know why she can't see and admit that. Like, I get it. It looks crazy, but this is the first thing I thought to do.
That's the first thing she thought to do. So I got idiot. I'm an idiot this episode. So let me get this straight. Just let me do the math. She knows that I got a vasectomy. I am Marsau. Tisha's Tisha. She knows I got a vasectomy, right? Right. She starts feeling some type of way in the sense of I don't feel good. My body hurts. I may feel nauseous. I may feel achy. I don't know what it feels like to be pregnant, things like that. But she starts to feel those symptoms, right? Or feel some type of some type of symptoms of sickness.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of going to the doctor to see why she's sick, she first go get a pregnancy test. Right? When she gets the pregnancy test, she doesn't tell Marsau she got a pregnancy test. She doesn't tell Marsau she's going to take the pregnancy test. Instead, she tells Kimmie, I got a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Right? She then takes the pregnancy test on TV. Right?
Yeah.
It comes out negative. Right? Then in the room privately on the trip, she talks about how Tiffany and what is my man Lou are not coming on the trip and how she missed them and how she saw the baby. Right? And then she says, speaking of babies, I took a pregnancy test. Right? And it came out negative. And I don't know why you're mad at me, Marsau. You see, here's the thing about it. Because first of all, let's start off with this. I feel like the storyline is fake, but that's a whole different other thing.
Okay.
Right? Don't insult my intelligence, Tisha. That now I believe as a black woman, you are strong, you are smart, you are intelligent, you are a businesswoman, you are an entrepreneur, you're all these things. You do not have to take on the character of an idiot. You do not have to do that. I don't understand why you put yourself in these situations. I don't know why you allow yourself to portray yourself in these situations as if you're not bright. It is really sickening because I support my black woman.
Okay.
I married a black woman.
Hello.
So to see Tisha out here acting slow is really astonishing to me because I'm like, why do you want this to be seen on national television?
I think she really doesn't get it. I don't think she's acting.
No. Please, no. That's me giving her the benefit of the doubt. Because there's no way.
Okay.
There's no way.
There's no way. Okay.
It can't. You can't be that behind the ball on things to where you, for one, you don't even include me on the process that you're sick and that you're going to take a pregnancy test because you feel the same symptoms. Yeah. You put it on me in the sense of, guess what? I took a pregnancy test.
Yeah, I don't know why she was joking and laughing when she told him. That was kind of crazy. Yeah.
And then you're mad at me when I say I don't trust you? Why should I trust you? Like, it makes no sense, but continue. Yeah. Because I guess this was the topic of the whole episode, so there's going to be more about this. Continue on.
Yeah, so we finished dinner. The ladies and the guys break off to do their separate things.
Yeah.
The ladies go to the hot tub.
Yeah.
And Nell, she is in the tub talking, just loose lips.
Stop right there. The first, going back to Tisha right here.
Okay.
Mel comes out with shades on.
Oh, yeah.
And what did Tisha say?
You look like Martell.
Dude, you understand what I'm saying? Why are you portraying this character on television for? This woman, you know this. Your husband was the one who said it.
Yeah.
Why do Melody look like Martell with shades on? Because he wears shades? What about Melody look like Martell?
Absolutely nothing.
What am I watching, Blair?
Yeah, Tisha's not helping her relationship with Mel. And that's why I don't fault Mel for not fooling with her like that and keeping her at an arm's distance. Because you try, it feels like you're trying to aggravate me. Because I told you my lines and my boundaries. And you just either refuse to get it or you really do not get it.
It feels intentional.
It feels intentional.
And that's why, now granted, I understand when shades at nighttime, okay. You know, I understand, but guess what? That's your shades. That's your face. You do whatever you want to do.
And I don't have to comment on it. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Thank you. So to be like, oh, look at you, man. You look just like Martell. I'm like, Tisha, you don't have to be this character. You really don't have to. Because I feel like she's portraying a character. I really do.
No, I feel like this is really her.
No, I pray to God she's portraying a character. Continue, though.
All right. Well, Mel says that she regrets she had 4 kids with a man who could never satisfy her. Mm-hmm. And Kimmie says they end up talking about the interview with Maurice again. And she says, look, it was very misleading. Mm-hmm. And Mel's like, well, look, it seems like sex occupies this entire thought process. And Kimmie's like, not really. It's not like that.
Stop it. No, you insulted my intelligence, Kimmie. Why everybody on this show calling me stupid Saturday night while I'm trying to watch the show? I'm trying to bond with my wife. I'm trying to enjoy my show. And while I'm watching the show, giving y'all ratings, I'm being called, Chris, you're stupid. I'm like, wait a minute. We're name calling? So Kimmie, this whole... before we even get to past season, this whole season, it's been about sex. So let's get off of that already. Last season, we was talking about how the sex therapist and things like that, because it's been like that for like 2 seasons to think about the sex.
Yeah,
talk about his sex drive and things like that. This man had a back brace on, and he was still talking about the lack of sex he had.
And it was even before Kimmie had her, cancer diagnosis. When we were with the therapist in the woods and stuff like that, and he was over here talking about he needs more. I'm just like, it's a lot.
So
it's a lot.
So you telling me it's not like that? Then what is it like? I haven't seen anything from Maurice except for the fact that he defends his ex-wife more than you. Your words. That's not me putting words in your mouth.
It's something that we see and hear. So
say it again, baby.
We see it, hear it too.
Okay.
It seems like he has a level of respect or a line that he's not willing to cross with Kyle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But with Kimmie, we can say nursery rhymes and Dr. Seuss lines with like I need sex, like you need mess.
Right.
It's like come on, Kimmie, there's gonna come a time to where you can't be the fire extinguisher to everybody else's mess and not be one to your own. Many times tonight, when Stormi's in the corner and her face is all tight, you go in the corner, is everything all right, girl? When Tisha in the corner, her face tight, is everything all right, girl? And things like that. Can you save yourself? Matter of fact, do you even realize you're in danger? Because the character that Maurice has portrayed, even though you say it's not like that, has been someone who put his needs over yours and who is not sensitive to your needs. And Nell is in there talking about how, you know what? In my relationship, the reason why I haven't been satisfied, because for me, I need certain things to get me there, and sex wasn't on the forefront in our marriage. And Kimmie and them is like, yeah, even though Maurice is like that, it's not what it seems. And Nell is like,
because usually it is.
Yes,
it usually ain't that deep.
Continue. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kimmie says that when he does some off the wall stuff, she just does not know where it comes from, and it really throws her for a loop. She told him that what he did was crass, and it didn't protect her.
No.
He talked about the Kiowa situation and protected her over Kimmie.
And Nell said, you know what? I've been in a situation where I didn't feel protected.
She said she spent many years feeling unprotected in her marriage.
No.
And she said, come on to my side.
No, exactly. Now let's count the seasons. I'm counting them at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 seasons where I could say Maurice did not protect Kimmie.
Yep.
That's years. They don't release them month to month.
Right.
So Nell is over there. I don't think she's throwing shade, but it's coming in the vehicle of shade to where she's like, look, I felt unprotected in my marriage that is now over, that I'm in a custody battle with.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Welcome to my life.
Yep.
And many times than not, whenever somebody is divorced and you believe your marriage is on the up and up, you don't want to like relate to them.
Yeah, you feel like maybe they're bitter or
exactly.
hurt or something like that. But it's really like, I've seen the signs and I try to ignore them just like you.
Now, how can you ignore a siren that's blaring in your ear that's just say sex, 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 sex? Matter of fact, you know how much sex is on the forefront of y'all relationship after y'all get out this little hot tub little scene right here? You will go right in that bedroom with Maurice and do y'all little homework.
Yep.
To where you guys sit on his lap and stare at each other's eyes and stuff like that to build up y'all need or want for sex. Sex is on the forefront.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the back with y'all. Come on now. Stop installing my intelligence with this show. This is one of my favorite shows. Continue, Blair.
Yeah, Tisha says that with this whole trust thing of Marsau not trusting her, she's going to take a step back, or is thinking about it, because he should trust her the way that she's trusted him all these years.
Now, what does she mean, Blair, when she says she going to take a step back? Because, like, now...
I have no idea.
Because to me, I'm like...
Because you're still married to the man,
I'm like, you're just saying words now.
Yeah.
You going to take a step back as in what?
Exactly.
What? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are you going to take a step back in? Continue.
Yeah. Mel says, look, as ladies, sometimes we hear what we want to hear, and women at times have a problem with actually listening to what's being said.
Listen here, Kimmie. Listen here, Tisha.
That was a word for both of y'all. I don't know if you were listening, Kimmie, but that was a word for you. Listen to what's being said.
And listen here, we totally forgot Nell was in the scene, except for when that one time where they asked Mel, hey, did you communicate to Martell that like you need this type of things and that you need to do? And Nell was like, yeah, she did. I'm like, well, okay, Nell, you I totally forgot you was there. You know? Continue.
Well, we move on to the guys, and Chris is recommendation to Marsau is just talk to her, communicate with her. It doesn't need to be an argument. And it kind of seems like y'all taking it to a whole another level where Chris said he wouldn't do that himself.
Okay.
Marsau says, a lot of times wives do have babies on their husbands.
Okay.
And Martell says, look, he'll never know if she cheated or not because she wasn't pregnant.
Okay.
Martell, you really don't need to talk at all. We really don't need to hear anything from the peanut gallery. We don't need to hear it.
Martell just trying to join in on the conversation, man. Okay. He like, man, finally, someone else a cheater, please.
Yeah.
Please, someone cheat on their spouse.
But as soon as he pipes up, I'm just like, don't you got X, Y, and Z going on?
Listen here, man.
You don't need to be saying nothing.
That don't mean I can't talk with my friends, man. Listen here, man. What Marsau was trying to portray or trying to explain to us is that, listen, the probability of, or even the possibility of someone being pregnant by me who had a vasectomy is much lower than a wife, or Tisha rather, going out and cheating on me. Basically, the chances of her cheating on me, even though I do not believe that she would cheat on me, because I think that's what Marsau was trying to say.
Yeah.
Or like subconsciously trying to say, of like, even though I believe that Tisha would not step out on me, guess what's lower than that?
Yeah.
Me impregnating her. So basically, if that is lower than Tisha cheating on me, then I have to take into account that she may cheat on me.
Right.
Because my percentage of impregnating her is 0.
Like doggone near it.
Yep. Yeah. And let's say her chances to cheat on me is 1%. That's still higher.
Yep.
So like, I don't really understand why Tisha's not getting it. I don't really understand Chris's point of like, hey, just talk about it. Listen here, it's easy for you to say you're not in the situation. Your wife didn't come in here with a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Y'all are way past that stage in y'all lives. You get what I'm saying? Continue, Blair.
Maurice says that it's embarrassing, of course, but she took it because of what she was feeling, and she was not thinking about the vasectomy or anything else. So he's trying to help Marsau see that.
Yeah, I don't believe that though.
Yeah. Marsau says that he doesn't want to know if she's cheating. Ignorance is bliss. Bliss.
Take your time, baby.
And he said he wishes he could rewind time to when he didn't know that she took this pregnancy test.
I don't really even understand why he felt the need to tell him in the first place.
Well, she needed to because it was going to be on TV.
Okay. So. Matter of fact, let me move back. I don't understand why she took the test on TV. And I don't even understand why, in the way that she told him, that she chose that way. That way, it was so nonchalant, irresponsible, even immature.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Next, we see Tisha and Marsau. They're back in their bedroom. And Tisha's like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with you? And Marsau's like, nothing. I just want to go to bed.
Dude, you see what I'm saying? Like now you picking a fight with me. And now I got to be disrespectful.
Well, because her point is we don't need to go to bed upset with each other.
What?
I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Let me sleep on it. Emotions are still high. A good night's rest might do the body good.
Trust me, you don't want to talk to me when I'm upset.
Yeah.
Because your mama gonna be brought into the situation one way or another. Okay. I don't know why I brought your mama in. That's why you shouldn't have talked to me. You get what I'm saying? But continue, Blair.
He says that he is confused how he is in the wrong in this situation.
Yeah.
And Tisha talks about after all these rumors, she never came to him saying she didn't trust him. And she is upset that he doesn't have the same type of loyalty towards her.
Listen here, man. I wish that we can put to bed all these rumors that has been circulating since season 1 about Marsau. I really do. Because it's gotten us nowhere except to speculation. This is just their sneaky way of bringing up Marsau cheating.
Yeah.
That's basically what the storyline is.
Because we always got to bring it up every season, yet nothing ever sticks.
And all we got is a back. That's your back. Listen here, man. Tisha, whatever you think you're doing or trying to gaslight and things like that, or saying I stuck next to you when people was doing things like that, this is not that.
It's not.
This is not that. Because I know for sure that I got a vasectomy years ago. I am not impregnable. So you telling me this the first time we had sex throughout the whole time of me having my vasectomy, and just years later I impregnated you? Stop insulting my intelligence, woman. Please continue, Blair.
Yeah, Marsau says that, look, you didn't marry a guy with the emotional intelligence to think that you taking a pregnancy test would be okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's not who you married. Tisha leaves the room. Maurice, he is trying to play mediator. Marsau is trying to get him to stop.
Yeah, I hate that. Listen here, as long as there's women on this earth, there will always be a man out here with a cape.
Okay.
And guess what? The one who got the cape on, he don't even realize that his marriage need the saving.
Exactly.
He want to play mediator. He want to knock on the door and try to basically talk to my wife. First of all, when I say don't talk to my wife, I don't care if you're my brother or whatever. Don't talk to my wife. That's my wife. Uh-huh. So you don't even know what happened. You don't even know the situation. What makes you think that in that moment or in any moment that your word is calming and that basically your word is needed in my marriage?
I don't feel like he helped anything. No,
he just basically repeated what Marsau was saying. Yeah. Even though he was trying to help Marsau, when I say don't talk to my wife, don't talk to my wife. I don't care who you are. Uh-huh. You get what I'm saying? First of all, Tisha, you're getting overly emotional. You're making this about whatever the hell this is, talking about who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? And I'm like, Tisha, the character that you portraying on this show is someone who just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think of you so much more than that. I have to. Because it will be a disservice to my black woman to think of Tisha anything less than what I'm trying.
You can think of Tisha however you want. We ain't the same.
I can't.
All black women are the same. Because she can be different.
Trust me.
And I can be different.
When I'm thinking about Tisha in my head, I can't say it on the mic.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's no way this grown woman is acting this way and is this way for real, for real. I'm like, okay, Carlos gave him a script. Uh-huh. She has to act this way. This is her character. Be slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be something across that. Because every time, like, something like this happened with Tisha, I think of that episode where Marsau said, you're from the other side of the tracks.
Uh-huh.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, and you got offended by that. I think of all the times that you said, Tisha, you had to go to speaking class and things like that because you didn't have the confidence and things like that. It takes me back there to those episodes. Uh-huh. So when you have these moments to where you're basically making it to where, hey, now you're saying you can't trust me. Now you can't say you trust me. So basically you're saying that you're having a one-sided conversation. Basically, you don't get to hear what Marsau is saying in the sense of, hey, you don't see how crazy it sounds that you, for one, did not include me on the pregnancy process or include me on the pregnancy test process, but you included me at the end of, guess what, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
What?
And then it's kind of could feel like, I would think to him, like you tried to hide something this whole time.
Exactly.
But because everything's okay, now you tell me. So I just wish she could acknowledge where he's coming from. And the thing is, he can also acknowledge where she's coming from.
Of course.
But I feel like that is what would be able to get them on the same page. If she could say, like, okay, it's crazy. It sounds crazy. I get it. But she can't even say that.
And then and this is why I don't like it when she's talking to Maurice, because now she's disclosing information that's none of his business.
Yeah. This is actually disagreement between married couple. Marsau brought it up in front of everybody because he felt like people were low-key talking about it, even though they weren't.
No.
But he just wasn't sure because Tisha do like to talk.
Yeah.
And it became a bigger conversation, but it doesn't mean I need you to step in.
Exactly.
20 minutes down the road outside of our bedroom when you hear us hollering.
Even
go to the pool like you was trying to do. Look, okay.
Even if you're on my side.
Exactly.
Even if you're on my side.
We're having an issue right now. You do what you was already doing.
Yeah. So my whole thing is now she's over there talking to Maurice and she's saying, like, I wanted to have a pregnancy. I wanted to have a test with the pregnancy because these are the same symptoms I was feeling when I was pregnant. So I took the pregnancy test and now I set up an appointment with my doctor and we go get blood work. And I'm like, why are you disclosing? Why are you not telling this to your husband?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand and things like that. And now like, it just, Maurice, the fact that you think that you are the quote unquote mediator type to where you could come and speak fairly and speak with a sound mind of other people's marriages, when we hear you speak of your own marriages, that already disqualify you. Take that cape off, hang it back up.
Okay.
Hang it back up. You're not Superman.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. 2 hours later, it's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Maurice is looking around for snacks and he sees Martell bringing some lady into the house.
Some lady.
Yeah. And Maurice, he tries to hurry up and get out of the area so he wouldn't have to interact with them. But Martell sees him and he says, "What's up, Maurice?" And Martell says, "Look, I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a grown man."
Listen here. You're insulting my intelligence. Because you don't feel like you can do whatever you want to do. That's why you snuck that person in at 2-some in the morning. Right.
It probably sucked him out before everybody woke up.
But you a grown man. You get what I'm saying? This I'm what is that saying? I'm gonna cut my nose to spite my face or something like that?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm about to do that now. Melody should not do another season of this show.
Ooh.
And this is my favorite reality TV show.
Melody, I like seeing Mel.
Melody, you should not do another season of this show because this production cast, whoever is in charge, I'm not even gonna put on Carlos, but I'm gonna put on Carlos because he's the head. But they put you in situations and keep putting you in situations to gaslight you and things of that nature. Now, granted, I'm gonna shoot y'all bail and say maybe Martell was the type to quote unquote sneak somebody in and caught everybody off guard. But guess what? If it wasn't a required obligated thing for you and Martell to film together, you wouldn't even be in the situation. I understand.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to Mel, she wouldn't have stayed in that house. If it was up to Mel, she wouldn't film with Martell. If it was up to Mel, she probably wouldn't want Martell on the show. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So guess what? I 100% agree if she says, you know what, I don't want to be on the show. Because y'all don't respect my boundaries.
And y'all put me in situations. Exactly. Y'all make me have conversations about stuff that is irrelevant. And y'all are always putting us together. And it's just like, look, I'm not with the man. I haven't been with the man, and we're actively in a court case for custody. Like this is real life going on. Yeah, and y'all are playing with me.
Yeah,
you know.
So right now I'm noseless.
Okay.
Because I cut my nose off to spite my face. Melly should not film another scene of next season of the show because this is the jokes and this is how lightly that they take her situation. Yeah. Continue.
Well, Martell checks on Marsau the next day, and Marsau tells him, "Look, Tisha didn't sleep in the same room with me.
Good.
And he say, look, you're not about to make me the bad guy in this situation." And he says this is all like gaslighting 101. Okay. Marsau believes she could have possibly cheated. And Martell said, well, Tisha's looking good. She got a new body. She probably got made of her DMs. I felt like Martell was going a little bit thick with that.
Just a little thick with the compliments a little bit.
Exactly. I'm just like, you're encroaching on, this is still this man's wife. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of
fair.
Fair. And Martell asks if Marsau's going to apologize. Marsau says, look, we're going to be cool, but he really doesn't want to deal with the situation.
My man said, absolutely not. I'm not apologizing. And Marsau, I'm just like you, brother. I don't apologize when I don't feel sorry. You just got to sit in it. It just is. So my whole thing with that is, and matter of fact, you are right because this ain't the first time Martell was talking about that man's wife. He talked about it earlier this season too. This storyline is so foolish that there's no way out of it except to just dissolve it.
Yeah, just get over it.
There's really no way. Matter of fact, let's do this. I'm going to play Carlos King on what y'all should be filming instead of the crap that y'all filmed last night. Let me give y'all some storylines and stuff like that. Let's start with Tisha and Marsau. The storyline that y'all should be doing instead of this storyline is, let's see this house being built. It's about time now. Okay. It's about time we start to see, like, the dream house. You know how they've been building this house on, like, the land they brought. Let's see the house being built. Let's see some operations with black. You get what I'm saying? Let's get back to basically the roots of how this show and why this show was created. Real estate. Friends doing business together. You get what I'm saying? Hey, let's go to Kimmie and Maurice. Y'all need a real therapist. Yeah. Not a sex therapist.
Yeah, and I actually want to see y'all work through your problems. Yes. Like, actually, and come out on the other side. That would be an awesome story arc.
Defend your wife. I understand you may have to tread lightly because your son stays with your ex-wife and things like that. I don't know if it's any different now. Maybe you have them. But I want to see a happy marriage, actually real happy marriage with Kimmie and Maurice. I want to see that. Martell, I really don't know what your storyline going to be, brother.
I'm fine with him being off the show.
You fine with him being off the show? Okay.
He really ain't got much going on. Just him taking advantage of people.
You see, I was going to keep him on the show and take Stormi off the show.
I say we take off Martell and leave Mel. And maybe if Martell's off the show, they could actually talk to Mel like a real person.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you're right.
Because Mel has a lot of cool, interesting stuff going on in her life.
Let's actually see what y'all... Because it seemed like y'all only have storylines that have to do with when y'all are in proximity of each other, but not y'all own personal lives.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, they giving us this mess to really hide what's really going on in their real life. Because we don't know what's going on in their real life.
Right.
The only ones that we know what's going on in their real life is that Maurice not having sex.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on in Mel's real life. You get what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on in Stormi's real life. We don't know what's going on in Marsau and Tisha's real life. They straight gave us this scene of whatever it's called. Give us some real food now. We don't want this crap. This stuff that y'all fed us tonight and things like that. That's not right. Come on now. Come on, Blair. Walk us through these last couple of scenes.
All right. Well, Tisha talks to Kimmie.
Yeah.
And she's telling her that they did not recover from last night.
Yeah.
She relays the rest of the argument that they had.
Yeah.
And Kimmie said, look, men and women handle the thoughts of someone cheating differently.
Okay.
Kimmie thinks that Tisha needs to understand that a man is going to feel a way with him having a vasectomy and you taking a pregnancy test. Mm-hmm. But also he needs to understand you haven't shown any signs of infidelity. And Tisha, her point is that she's going to just try to enjoy the weekend.
You see what I mean?
And then what also got me is when Tisha was listening to Kimmie, I felt like I could point out the part she was listening to and the part she was not.
Mm-hmm. The part she needs to listen to, yep.
Because when Kimmie was saying, you need to understand the thing about the vasectomy, silence. He needs to understand you haven't shown any infidelity. Yep. And then Kimmie was like, what was the comment she made? She said something along the lines of, even though a vasectomy is like 0.01%, you could get pregnant. Basically like, Tisha, get real. Mm-hmm. You know.
First of all, a lot of people think they're smarter than they are. And when I say a lot of people, I really do mean a lot of people. A lot of people think they can figure out signs of infidelity. So what is this? There was no signs of infidelity. Sometimes you don't see the sign until it happens. So, like, just because there's no signs doesn't mean it's not happening or it didn't happen. Y'all over here trying to do whatever y'all can to get Marsau with signs, with back pictures and rumors, and you bringing his mother-in-law on TV to say that he's cheating on Tisha and things like that. But we supposed to just believe, just off the strength of Tisha, that she haven't shown any signs that she haven't cheated. And I don't believe she cheated. I just believe she just not being smart in the moment of understanding why taking a pregnancy test on national television is kind of weird and wild that when her husband got a vasectomy.
Yep.
So, like, Tisha, you're just choosing to not understand, right? And I'm choosing to get you off my show.
Okay. We ain't going to have a cast pretty soon.
like you're choosing not to understand, and I'm choosing to be like, you know what? Go in that pile with Stormi.
You're going to give her walking papers.
Yeah, I'm going to give her the walk. It's going to get mailed back to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't know where to send it.
I don't know where to send it. Return to sender.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. They're going to be like, sir, what is this? You can basically just send a blank pink paper. But my whole point is, Tisha, please do better. I want better for you. You know what I'm saying? Blair think this is who you really are. I want better and I hope better for you.
I'm just taking Mel's advice. Listen to people when they talk. Okay. And believe what they say. It don't make it 10 times deeper. If this is what you want to show me, this is all I have to go off of unless I see something different.
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
I ain't gonna go digging.
Continue.
Yeah.
Last scene of the night.
Yep.
Let's go.
Next, Nell and Chris are setting up some games for everybody. They're going to do some team building. KeKe called Nell asking to come to the trip. Uh-huh. And Nell says, I can allow you to come, but is there something that you're going to do with Tisha as far as moving the relationship forward? Yeah. Because you can't come here and just start a mess. Uh-huh. And KeKe says that she's going to do the only thing she can do, which is apologize. Nell told her she could come, and Chris thinks this is going to look bad on their part.
Yes, it's going to look bad on the Fletchers.
And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? Tell her to fly back? And he says yes.
Yeah.
Because it's going to ruin the trip.
Yeah.
She tells him, well, you need to stand by me. He laughs. Chris shares that Martell had someone come over to the house last evening, and Nell really was not here for that. She's like, Mel is in this house. That's really disrespectful. And this is the house that we have for the people that we've brought here to do this team building exercise, to bond and all that type of stuff. And him bringing people in the house is disrespectful, not only to Mel, but to all of us.
Yeah.
And Chris, he pretty much says, well, if Mel brought a guy over, we wouldn't bat an eye. Mm-hmm. So it really, he doing that has nothing to do with anybody.
Look, so I understand that. I just got a question. Who made the Fletchers the team leaders for team building?
Well, they're hosting the trip, so
I understand. But like, listen here, guys. I understand that y'all believe that we look up to y'all, and maybe they do. But I see how y'all talk to y'all kids.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, before you put out the big fire, let's take out this little fire you got on the side. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, how do you feel about KeKe coming?
I don't feel good about it. I agree with Chris said it couldn't wait till we get back to Alabama.
I mean, it can't wait because Carlos made all these people come on a trip. So, I mean, now I don't understand what type of show do y'all want to be? Like, I think what drew us in the show as viewers, please comment below and let us know what pulled you into the show as viewers. But I'm gonna tell you what pulled me in besides Blair watching it. It was the fact that it was different than the norm. It was different than the regular. You know how you know how on the other reality TV shows they don't write. It's not scripted. But they put people in situations to get them to act a certain way because, this is the drama.
Right.
We're selling drama. So I think when I first started liking the show, I didn't feel like you were selling me drama in my face. Maybe I'm the idiot for real.
I mean, there was drama.
I knew it was drama immediately when it came to Martell and Nell, but I'm like, okay.
But they honestly didn't know about that until they started filming.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm thinking okay, the comeback group is completely done, right? I can deal with a little drama because it's reality TV show. To say you don't want no drama, but you want to watch reality TV is kind of stupid in a way. But I'm saying, you have to give me something else with the drama. I just felt like this was a drama-filled episode where literally every scene was about drama. And I'm like, number one, I asked questions to myself. Number one, are y'all friends? Meaning the cast. Do y'all like filming together? Because it seems like y'all don't, right? And on top of that, if y'all are castmates and y'all filming a show together and y'all are supposed to be this group of business people, why aren't we seeing that?
Because they're no longer a group of business people like that.
Then so we just gonna make up drama now?
I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm entertained.
I'm conflicted because I'm like, I did not sign up to watch Love and Marriage, Love and Hip Hop. I did not sign up for this.
But the thing is, Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're getting into these people's marriages and relationships. That's really is the premise of the show. The other stuff about them being a friend group and having all this type of stuff, that was like the glue that held the group together.
Yeah.
But
maybe I'm slow. Maybe.
But the whole purpose of this show is us to get into their marriages and see what's going on. And I feel like they're allowing us in. So.
Well, I want out. Let me out.
Okay.
Okay. A lot to do. Let me out. Okay. Anything else you want to share on the show, Blair?
Only thing I really have to say is that Martell bringing that lady in the house is absolutely disrespectful.
Yeah.
And also about KeKe coming. I don't feel like KeKe needs to be there. I really don't.
KeKe.
I feel like KeKe hasn't shown enough remorse. She said that her and Tisha's relationship is done, and you're going to come around for what? And we see in the preview that it looks like KeKe got a little bit of a stake out into with her coming there too.
Matter of fact, that's probably why I feel some way about the show. You got these people on the show that you're recruiting on the show. I get it. That adds nothing to the show. KeKe don't add nothing to the show. Stormi, who should be adding something to the show, doesn't add nothing to the show. So I'm like, hey, listen, put them to the side. Give them their walking papers. And guess what? Get somebody else that can add to the show. Please.
Okay.
Even though Blair's entertained by all of it. Anything else, Blair?
That's all I got.
Y'all be good.
Bye.